Even though Sigma empaths might not suit the typical empath stereotype, they have some characteristics that make them eerily alluring, especially to others who aren't accustomed to their unusual warmth. Thus, there will always be indicators that some of them are present. 8 clues indicate that the person you are interacting with is indeed a Sigma empath. 1. They take great care when selecting their words. Sigma empaths are aware of the power of language and how even minute details can affect a conversation's emotional dynamics. They uphold boundaries through the deliberate linguistic choices they make. Despite having a keen understanding of people's feelings, they manage their privacy and independence by choosing what information they disclose. This enables individuals to participate sympathetically without being overtaken or depleted by the feelings of people in their immediate vicinity. They combine analytical thought with empathy in their communication style. When necessary, Sigma empaths may choose to emotionally distance themselves from others, expressing support and understanding without revealing their own emotional state. By using a calculated strategy, they are able to keep control of their interactions and handle difficult situations without losing their emotional composure. 2. They handle difficult circumstances without losing all energy. Intense emotions can be absorbed and processed by Sigma empaths naturally without depleting their own emotional reserves. They remain calm and in control in difficult circumstances, which enables them to continue being involved and helpful without being tired emotionally, which is a common side effect of sympathetic relationships. One quality that sets Sigma empaths apart is their emotional fortitude, which is indicative of their methodical approach to empathy. They have developed defense systems to prevent oneself from being totally consumed by outside emotions, even while they have a strong understanding of and connection to others' emotions. Their resilience and strength are demonstrated by their capacity to maintain composure in the face of difficulty. Their ability to balance self-care and empathy is the foundation of their resilience. Sigma empaths actively set boundaries to avoid emotional weariness because they understand how important it is to preserve their own emotional health. This implies that they are able to handle trying circumstances with objectivity, offering assistance and comprehension without jeopardizing their own emotional and mental well-being. How can you take in and assimilate strong emotions as a Sigma empath without being lost in who you are? 3. They have a spirit of vision. Their aims and goals, which frequently go beyond personal achievement to incorporate a larger vision for a more compassionate and peaceful world, are manifestations of this visionary spirit. Sigma empaths are motivated by a desire to make a positive difference in the world, whether it is in their personal or professional connections or the larger community. Their discerning perspective is distinguished by a methodical approach to bringing about significant change. In addition to being able to read the feelings of the present, Sigma empaths are also able to predict the opportunities and obstacles that lie ahead. They stand out as people who actively work to create a better future for themselves and those around them because of their forward-thinking outlook. Sigma empaths are drawn to positions that enable them to put their creative ideas into practice, whether it is through team leadership, project launching, or positive change advocacy. They achieve transformative results by utilizing their strategic thinking and empathic understanding. 4. They provide counsel or insights that border on the paranormal. Sigma empaths frequently amaze people around them by offering advice or viewpoints that appear to be beyond common understanding. Their intuitive abilities can include foreseeing results, deciphering unsaid feelings, or providing counsel that accurately addresses the underlying problems in a given circumstance. Their enhanced empathetic intuition is reflected in their almost telepathic capacity to interpret nonverbal cues. This depth of intuition is not just available at this instant. Additionally, Sigma empaths might provide insight into potential futures. They are able to see patterns and possible outcomes because they possess both emotional intelligence and the ability to read clues that others might miss. Their acute sense of observation and deep connection to the subtle emotional cues in their surroundings are the foundations of their discoveries, which have an almost mystical quality. Because of their ability to recognize patterns and minute changes in energy, Sigma empaths are able to provide advice that goes beyond simple comprehension. Sigma empaths often express observations in talks that seem to reflect the unsaid thoughts of those around them. One particular characteristic of their empathic abilities that distinguishes them as people who function on an intuitive wavelength that goes beyond the norm is their capacity to offer counsel or insights that feel extraordinarily attuned to the needs of others. How else can you exhibit a profound comprehension of people's inner lives as a Sigma empath? 5. They have a great sense of people emotions. A Sigma empath actively engages with the emotional energy in their surroundings, going beyond passive observation of others' emotions. Sigma empaths are able to pick up on minute changes in mood, unsaid conflicts, and underlying feelings that aren't always obvious. Their enhanced emotional perception serves as the basis for their heightened empathy. In social situations, even in the absence of direct verbal communication, Sigma empaths may have an innate sense of the emotional dynamics among a group. Their ability to read people's nonverbal cues helps them build relationships, offer support, and handle social situations with a surprising level of awareness. Sigma empaths are excellent at reading the subtleties of the emotions of those they love in intimate relationships. Their acute emotional awareness allows them to empathize with people's pleasures, sufferings, and complexity, forming a meaningful connection. They can provide sincere support and improve the emotional health of people in their social circle by actively perceiving the feelings of others. 6. They maintain boundaries. Sigma empaths are aware of the value of self-preservation and the necessity of upholding boundaries for their own well-being. Despite having a great capacity for empathy, they deliberately decide when and how to react to other people's feelings. They are able to manage social settings without feeling overburdened or emotionally exhausted because of their deliberate boundary setting. When it comes to sharing their personal feelings, Sigma empaths tend to be reserved and pick their moments. Being restrained is a calculated tactic to strike a healthy balance between empathy and self-preservation, not a sign of emotional detachment. Setting limits to safeguard their emotional energy is a skill that Sigma empaths excel at. They know how important it is to set aside time for introspection and solitude, since they know these activities enhance their general well-being. The capacity to set and convey limits allows Sigma empaths to interact with people in a healthy way while maintaining their uniqueness in partnerships. When a Sigma empath knows when to step back emotionally from a situation, they may make decisions with objectivity and clarity. Maintaining boundaries is a calculated decision to deal with work-related obstacles without becoming overwhelmed by outside feelings, not a sign of emotional detachment. Do you also have the ability to set and uphold boundaries? 7. When needed, they can emotionally distance themselves. This ability to remain emotionally detached is not an indication of indifference or apathy. Rather, it is a reflection of the deliberate decision made by the Sigma empath to approach emotionally charged situations with caution. They understand how crucial it is to keep emotional control over themselves, particularly in circumstances where strong emotions might be present. In order to watch and evaluate without being unduly impacted by the emotions of individuals around them, Sigma empaths are able to emotionally distance themselves. Through this deft technique, they are able to stay objective, make logical choices, and keep their composure in the face of the intense emotional intensity present. To make mental and emotional room for introspection, Sigma empaths may choose to temporarily separate. By purposefully putting themselves at a distance, they are able to maintain their uniqueness and make decisions that are not just motivated by feelings, but also by careful consideration of all the facts. Sigma empaths use their capacity for emotional detachment to handle stressful situations with poise. This tactical strategy helps individuals to solve problems and lead effectively by allowing them to make judgments objectively, even in highly emotional situations. 8. They cherish their freedom and might need time alone to refuel. Moments of seclusion provide Sigma empaths with comfort and renewal, and they use this time to rebalance their emotions. In contrast to conventional empaths who might look for outside stimuli to refuel, Sigma empaths derive their power from inside and value quiet times to analyze and comprehend their own feelings. Their preference for independence is a calculated strategy to emotional self-care, not a sign of social disinterest or aloofness. Sigma empaths know that in order to stay balanced and avoid emotional tiredness, it's important to occasionally withdraw in order to successfully negotiate the complexities of human emotions. Sigma empaths tend to be reticent in social situations and prioritize quality over quantity in their interactions. They understand the value of establishing boundaries in order to protect their emotional energy, even if they are capable of emotionally connecting with others. They are able to participate when they feel like it and still have room to unwind, when needed thanks to this deliberate distance. Sigma empaths in partnerships let their spouses know how important it is for them to have alone time and personal space, since they understand how important it is to their overall well-being. This openness creates clear expectations about the value of independence in their lives, which promotes understanding and facilitates stronger relationships. Do you purposefully look for alone time as a Sigma empath, despite what society would have you believe? There is always a hint of empathy and independence among Sigma empaths. They differ from other empathic people in that they are able to uphold boundaries and emotional intelligence. As a Sigma empath, are these characteristics recognized by you? How do you disclose your status as a Sigma empath to someone?